Hello, everybody. Welcome back. And I am planning for the week of October 31st, Halloween, through November 6th. So it's a little, I'm thrown off a little bit because I can't see the numbers. But I was wanting to put some maybe stickers up here, but since we have two up here, I won't do that. Also, looking at this next week, I am going to be making some shifts into making things a little simpler and removing things that just aren't working. So I was just taking a look at this going, you know what? I need to change some things. So if you caught one of my last videos, you'll see that I redid my goals here for November. And then this was the previous week. How did this go? So, let's see. Trying to think. Last time, it was actually the week before, and I had gone on a road trip. I love this spread. This turned out really cute. I went on a road trip with one of my dearest friends, and I know she watches, so hi. And we went to this cute little store out in Plain, Washington. It's out near Leavenworth, and I picked up this new another new candle. This smells like rosemary and sage, but to me it smells like pine a little bit. So it's kind of in between like pine and rosemary, I guess. So I'm going to go ahead and light that since the wick is nice and low, so I don't cause a problem. Yeah, it's a little crackly. Welcome, everyone. I hope you had a good week. I hope it feels like deep fall. And although there were a lot, this last week was kind of a lot because my son had all half days and it just kind of threw off everyone's schedule, and it was my husband's first day of his work, his new job. And I have to see if I can say where. I don't think I can say that quite yet. Soon. I think so. It's just exciting. So, why am I talking about this? Fall is my favorite. Spring is amazing as well. I love those transition seasons. And to me, it feels like many times I am missing out because I am so busy. And I felt the busyness within this week, but I also practiced looking around and really taking in everything and going, I just call it deep fall because it's like, it's not the beginning of fall. And I know in a week or so here, there's not going to be like any more leaves on the trees. And so I'm just looking around, taking things in and going, okay, I'm observing, not in a frantic way. It's not that I'm like, I need to experience this right now. It's not that. It's like, no, pause, take a look, notice things. That's why I do these weekly plan with me's, because I enjoy using little seasonal notes here that I can look at every day. Like this brought me so much joy all week. And we're about to carve our pumpkins tomorrow. And it was something to look forward to. When we have something to look forward to, it really is kind of amazing for our brains. And I did get a good start. My third infusion, I had these 3 infusions that are kind of like really close. And so this was my third. It actually was kind of the most. So the first beginning of this week was, a lot. But I was able to get some things done. And then it hit me on Thursday. I'm just like, I run out of steam. So, and the other reason, as I mentioned last week, I think, is like, definitely when I got my infusion, I got my blood drawn again because I went the week before and they just could not find a vein. Yeah, my iron's just like really low. So I thought, okay, my next infusion, these kind of infusions, is in the end of December. I have a nice long break. No, I have to go back. So, as I start, here we go. As we start our new week, first thing I'm going to do is I'm doing 1 iron infusion a week for the next 3 weeks. I know I talked with some really helpful friends, and you know who you are if you're listening, that talked about their experience with iron infusions. If you have ever had one, please share. I know it's not going to be a huge difference. You know, you kind of sit there and it's not the most pleasant of things. But I know after these, I'm going to feel more energy. Hopefully. It would be kind of weird if I didn't. And, whoops. And then, as opposed to my other ones where I would feel a lot less. So, there's that. It's just, I know these are just not as pleasant getting them. So, and I don't have to go on Mondays, I go on Tuesdays, and they're longer. So, put one there, and I'm just going to put the next couple weeks on so I don't mess this up. And then the next one's on Election Day. Please vote, everyone. Please vote. I have my ballot. We just got our ballots. It seemed like a little late, but yeah, we just got ours. So I was hopefully going to take care of that this weekend. And then here, I actually have that. And then I actually have my mammogram at, let's see, is it here? 12. Okay, I arrive at 12:30. It's like at 12:50, I think, but I'll put 12:30. My doctor, the office, loves to give you a time to check in so you aren't late. And I have to say, with my ADHD brain, it actually really helps. So what I'm going to do is have my infusion, and she said there would be plenty of time for me to go and check in and then do that. So yeah, that's going to be a fun day. I think I'll treat myself extra good after that. Usually my treat is a quick Starbucks, but it might be a little bit more that day. Let's see. Okay. Oh, and then I also scheduled my son. He doesn't know this yet. He freaks out about shots, and so we're actually doing one more at noon here. And that is the updated booster. Let's see. Yeah, at 12 p.m. Just getting those on because I knew he didn't have school that day. Anyway, so I'm getting a little ahead. And then I have, that does not say FU, although it does. FU is follow-up. So that's with my GI doctor, who is super awesome. And I think what I want to do is kind of keep things simpler. This is Ridwell, who comes on a different day for us now, so I'm just moving that here. I'm trying to remember what they're picking up there. And then I'm just going to put this up here. My mom's having some work done on her house, and I just wanted to acknowledge that. Okay, so in terms of stickers and things, I needed a little break from, I loved all the fall things, and I'm just going to take one break here and then next week go back to the fall. part of it is I don't have all the stickers to make it through November. I do have holiday stickers, and those are really exciting, but as of right now, I don't have enough. So we're taking a little palette cleanser and also keeping things kind of simple, but you know what? We can always dress it up with a little gold like this. I just love having some shinies. Boop. To me, sometimes just these simple colors can really jazz up things. And I'll show you why I'm kind of sticking with the shiny here in a moment. Okay, and then I'm going to do kind of a green. And with my husband's new job, so what I did was we used to have every other week paychecks. This place pays every week. So I'm going to be putting, this was just a little flag for, is that the same? I thought they were the same. They might be a little different size. That's okay. I'm trying to use these up. I love that these are kind of reflective. They have a little gold in there. So that's why I had that gold. And I thought this would look kind of nice. I'm only using one of those stickers, but you get it. I don't think I've used this nice paler green one yet. So let's see. So yeah, like I think since the last time, went on this beautiful road trip and got to see like just a little sprinkling of snow in the passes. The pass was open for us. We took, I think it's Route 2 over from Seattle, which can have some rock slides. So we made it. And it was a gorgeous day in Leavenworth. And I made sure I masked up. There weren't many people wearing masks, and that's okay. I get it. There's no mandates on that whatsoever right now for people to wear them. So I made sure I wore mine. And because I'm immunocompromised right now due to my infusions. So you do what you can, right? So yeah, this feels kind of like there's a trickling of the fall right here, and that's fine. And then there's just kind of this calm. And I think, just having some calm. What else for this week? These are my two important things. So next week, I'll be filming next week's before the daylight saving time. It's actually saving time. I always say savings, but it's saving time. And by the time you get the next week's one, though, you'll need to have your clocks changed. So this is your, make sure you change your clocks next weekend kind of thing. And let's see. Let's put some of these. Shopping, we just did some shopping. I don't think I need any. Please, no more shopping, please. I do have, let's use these kind of light gray. Yeah, let's try light gray for the infusion there because they are iron. Put this little guy here. I think I'm just going by whatever kind of feels right for some subtle, a little brown there. I feel like this is kind of grounded neutrals. So I am going to get my special little coffee here as a reward for myself. And I do need to put out a newsletter here. And okay, so this is one of the things I'm shifting. I usually put down a little thing for plants. I've been kind of looking at them every couple days. It's a very transitional time where you water less, but I'm kind of, I don't feel like I need to check in like precisely on it. So I'm going to leave that off. And this is my week. I'm going to try leaving quite a few things off. And so my recording is there, although I've been pushing recording later because by Thursdays I am pooped out. And then I film here, and I'm actually going to use this as posts down below. Let's see what color. Maybe this lighter green. This is just kind of what is being posted instead of like a work thing. And you know what? This is another thing I'm taking off. We were having these kind of weekly, many during the week syncs, like family syncing time of like what's going on, what can we do. We're kind of handling that day by day right now. And I want to try to see how that goes this week without those in there. I wasn't using them as much. Looking at some other stickers. Okay, so those are done. Cards. So the cards that I picked this week are really amazing. I was like, wait, this is kind of the message I needed to hear in this kind of toned down week. The first one is, and I wanted to read these to you because they're absolutely amazing. So listen, and I just realized there's kind of this separation. If you can see like on the left side there. There's so much detail in this card. I love it. Anyway, this one, I loved it. You can talk yourself in circles, but remain unheard. At other times, you can be heard without uttering a word. The onus of understanding is on the listener. Love, care, and consideration are expressed by an attentive ear and welcoming heart. Sound is wasted on those that won't hear. Save your voice. A truth needs to be heard. I mean, all of that. I just was like, that's what I need right now. That's what I offer my clients. That's what I like. That just, I've always known that one of my traits, and I'm really not trying to toot my own horn here, but one of the things that I feel is just so important is listening. It's just truly deep down. And so it's making me think about a lot of other things right now. Like, how do I incorporate that in a lot of different things? How could I do planner spreads and listen? So I do watch people who do plannings live. And so it's something I can consider so that I can listen to people who pop on. Yeah, so I'm just kind of considering like in what ways can I listen to connect with people? And I love that. The next one was the Two of Water. And I almost used my fish stickers. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. I love this, how beautiful this card is. It's a lot about the emotional relationship between two people, but this can also mean an emotional relationship within yourself. So you and yourself, listening to yourself. Let me read a little bit about it. Harmonious partnership, loving and lasting relationship, heart connection between two souls or self. Together we explore what might be. So with the listening and this, I was just like, yes, I need to explore a little deeper, listen to myself, and I can talk myself in circles and still remain unheard. And so, yeah, I thought that was awesome. This is a 10 of Acorns. I pulled this kind of recently, a little bit ago. Responsibility and dedication. Take on responsibilities, complete tasks, but also knows boundaries. So yes, definitely while I'm thinking about all those things, I'm definitely thinking about that. Temperance. So pretty. Seek moderation. Extremes lead to imbalance and exhaustion. So definitely, again, this is something I talk about to my clients all the time, all the time. How can we take out the extremes of things? And then we just are coming out of the Scorpio new moon, which was a few days ago. And we're headed into the next one right after this weekend is the full moon in Taurus. So your dreams need a practical plan. And so I just thought, as I'm listening to myself, as I'm creating this relationship to myself, and I knew all this needed to be done, like even before pulling these cards, I'm like, yes, I really need to go a little deeper here. And I want to think practical. I want to think less. I want to think simplified. It's just something that is really coming up for me right now. What I'm listening to is that. So let me write those down really quick. Okay. Listen to water, which is kind of emotional stuff. 10 of acorns, which is kind of the end of a story, but it's of action. So kind of like wrapping things up. What is that? I'd have to look that up in another card set just to kind of see it. Temperance, which is kind of balancing. And then like full moon is releasing. Taurus. So it's kind of what's coming up. And another big thing is, as you can see, I'm kind of doing a little less here. I'm going to switch out these things. So for the last month, at least, I took out my little thing. I haven't been doing this. There's been some struggle here. I'm going to take the one off that I really want to do it. And it's more about scheduling a day instead of every single day. So I was like, why am I putting this here every single day? There's some other things here that I'm just not tending to yet, but some of these I'm going to transfer forward and some not. I think some of these, like there's two here, the garage and my one website, have been on for like a month. And I don't feel shame about that. And I don't think people should feel shame about that. I think I need a break from seeing it. I think I need to see that it's off so I can tend to some other, I've always been attending to the important things. So seeing that, there's things on here I keep looking at, that means I'm going to start not to see them and not acknowledge them. I mean, obviously I have. So my plan of action is using the ones that really mean the most to me in terms of tracking. So watch videos is off. Connections, I'm kind of on and off, but this is one thing I'm going to keep on here as that's just kind of important for me. So I'm making my own rules in my head for these things, right? It's about, okay, I'm going to tilt this. That's why it's kind of awkward right now. It's my own rules, as should everyone go by their own rules. So some things you just have to kind of like put on the back burner for a little while. So pay and check my bill stuff. That's what that's about. And I'm going to leave the bottom two blank. I love to fill up like these things, but I don't feel like that's the right thing for me to do right now. And I just realized I picked up a pen here with a brush tip. I don't know why I have a brush tip. I'm gonna have to look into that. Anyway, what I was going to do is I think I'll use this green because that looks like the green here, and put dots down the side. I like that. I like that I'm not like trying to see if there's anything I need to kind of erase off of here. Could be something on the back. And then, is it this one? Or this one? See, it's kind of like this is an olivey green, and there's green here. Yeah, I think that looks better than like this blue. Yeah, that's a little too dark. So I like to put just these little headers here so it draws some eye. Yeah, it's a little yellowy, but I like this better than anything else here. And I get to make these rules about what matters to me. I get to make the rules on if it's really my goal for me to carry all week or not. Oh, I was thinking about using these, didn't I? Where could I use these? Do I want to just cover these up? I'm really liking how simple that is, so I don't think so. I think what I want to do for these instead is do like one important thing a day. Yeah, like I'm switching things up here. It's not quite what I've been doing, and sometimes I need to switch things up for like the novelty of it so that my eye is drawn more to it and I understand, you know, this is important a little bit more. So what I'm doing here is like, this is going to be my most important thing that I do every day, and we'll see how it goes. Like, I may not like it at all, and that's okay. I didn't get to use these little Halloween-y things, so I'll pack those up for next year. I had them out, but didn't really end up using them. So I think the last little bit is putting in like my son's schedule, school schedule, because it really helps me to see what is happening every day. Okay. What else is coming up? Oh, so I'm in the Seattle area. The Seattle Japanese garden is about to pop off. Well, it's popping off with its colors, but I'm gonna see if possibly I can go catch those. Maybe this upcoming weekend here. I might make a quick note of that. It's going to be kind of busy on the weekend. I have to see if there's time tickets. I know for the other reserve we went to, there's time tickets. But can I gripe just a little bit? The other place that we went to, called Lodell, it's on Bainbridge Island. They were not posting photos on their Instagram. They were posting like every other day or so, but they weren't posting anything of current conditions at all. Yet the Japanese garden was posting with dates in the corners of like, here's how everything is. Would you guys like to come and visit? And I'm like, yes, you know, like that's what social media is for, is just like communicating what's going on where you're at, right? Like, it makes me excited to want to go. So we'll see. I mean, there's even a possibility, if this goes really well, of like even Friday of possibly going to the garden, because I just want to go for some photos. So I'll put that here or here. I'll just put a G question mark. So I'll kind of keep that on my radar. In terms of work, I do have some web clients I'm still working on. So that's kind of like the most important thing. Not that week. I'm going to take off the things that I don't need. Yeah, I just need like less pressure with the garage right now. I just, like, even today, I'm like really low on energy because my body needs iron, and it's not. It's what's happening is it's not absorbing iron. I'm on iron, but it's just not absorbing it. So, and I need to look into those referrals. I think it's 2 R's. Referrals? I don't know. That's how I'm going to do it if it's spelled wrong. See, that one seems more correct to me. But you guys can yell at me. It's fine. I can take it. Do I want to put something right here? I feel like it might be nice. Let's see, one little sticker. I have these really noisy plastic things here, so. Oh, and here's a little preview of my holiday type things. Those are coming. I'm going to put one big old circle up here that's kind of watercolory. And that's what I do. And then I can, see, I emptied that one out. I can throw that out now. What else can I put? So like my most important things here, let's see, make sure I'm still on camera. And this will be Ridwell. So this was a reminder. I used to work a whole lot in Illustrator, Adobe Illustrator, and so I had it all the time. And when I did some PTA work and stuff, I made a map for the school, and they wanted some changes, and I didn't have it anymore, so I did a 1-week trial. Because that is like really expensive. It is like 30 some odd a month if you go month to month. I don't really want to pay for it month to month for just one little school thing. Otherwise, I use Canva for everything. And as a former web designer, I still have web clients. I used to do all my brand work, all like tons of logos, tons of graphics, tons of print jobs and all that kind of stuff using all Adobe things. And so I had the whole suite, and that, it works that way when you have them all together. But now I have just Canva, and that works just fine for what I need. And it is kind of funny to me because, I've used Photoshop since school so I went to school in college from 96 to 99 for getting they called it multimedia at the time because the web was just coming out. Yeah. Anyway, nostalgia. So these important things here are recording and then filming. So I kind of like that these are kind of like, let's focus on these one things right here, because I know this is going to be like the focus of the day. Oh, here's newsletter. And then as you see, I fill things in as the week goes. So I got schedule, I got the cards, I got everything. This is going to be a little shorter video because, I keep trying to rest, and it's not quite enough, and that's okay because that's what my body's going through right now. It's like we need more nutrients, and please give it to us, please, so we can operate correctly. And so that's what I'm going to hopefully remedy. So I think that's it. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. You'll be getting this right the day before at the earliest. And enjoy. Take some time out. And take some time out, like here, You don't have to rush into Thanksgiving or Christmas or anything or any holidays coming up. Any holidays. Sometimes we need to just like tone it down a little bit, recoup a little bit, because having a Halloween on a Monday is a lot. I love it when it's on a Friday or Saturday, but when it's on a Monday, that's a little hard. So, oh, that's what I'm missing, is I did not do any of this. Should I do it? That's a really good question. Let's look at, can I write just a couple things? Let's see how this went. So I didn't do any music, but I did this, definitely this. Oh, real life. I did talk about that last time. Introducing more real life. So that, let me transfer that, because I think that's what I'm thinking deeper about. And water, sleep are definitely on my to-dos. That might be something I put here, is like, how do I show real life? I checked on these, nothing here. I'm going to put this on hold, and I haven't done those. See, I think that, I don't know if there's, okay. Let me look it up really quick. Pause, please, for 2 hours. Yes. Okay. I thought these looked a little weird. So, I will put them in plural here. And it's okay that I spelled it wrong. It's fine. Yeah, so the things I'm going to carry forward here, I did this actually. And yeah, I did some of that. So it's just going to take a little while. The other things, so taking that off. I might need a mood board for it. Oh, and I did contact here, but I don't know how that's going to go. I didn't do that, and that's okay. We're going to carry those forward. Always carry this forward. And yeah, I want to just tone down a little bit. So the garden, I'll put here as a question mark, and then my daily. Yeah, and I think I might have to do a reschedule here, so I think I'm going to have to contact them again. Oh, the one thing is that we have new insurance. That's the biggest thing. Actually, I should put that here. So since my husband started his new job, we picked out all those things, so technically right this moment we're double covered, but I'm gonna need it for starting. Like, I know what they do is they can say, well, you were covered at this point, but I have like no coverage information, like I don't have a card or just those numbers to give to them when I get this done, and that's okay. It's more of just a billing thing, but I'd like to try to do something for that. So yeah, looking at this, and I'm just going to give this a break. I'm just going to go on maintenance, because sometimes when I do that, maintenance, sometimes then I'm like, oh, I could do something extra instead of, oh my gosh, I have to do that thing. And I don't think I'm going to put the little dots. I mean, I could put this. How would this look? You know what? I'm just going to try it this week and see how that looks. I know it doesn't match the thing, but why not? It's my thing. I might do a little reflection on business stuff over here. So yeah, we're keeping it really plain and simple. We're just having some really acute focus things that really matter right now. Subtracting things, like how can we just get to the core of what is really meaningful, and how do we listen to ourselves about that, which is exactly what these two are about, listening and that relationship with self. So that'll be it. Thank you everyone for joining me, and I will see you next time. If you liked this, if you enjoyed it, please like it on your way out. And if you are new here, this is what I do at least once a week. I do some other planning videos. Like the last couple weeks, it's been in a different planner for my work stuff. And then this last week was, last Thursday, was goal planning. So going over these monthly goals and creating them and putting these little flags in here. I thought it was kind of fun because it just helped the layout for me a little bit more. And then I also do tiny tidies, although I'm looking at the next 3 weeks of just getting through these because this is right when we normally film. And so I'll try to film them on Mondays. I just don't have any guarantee right now. And as you can see, I took those off my schedule. So I apologize if I take another little break. I'm going to try to get some iron in my system so I can have more energy. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's feel better. See if you can do that too for yourself. And I will see you next time. Thank you, friends. Bye.